Kevin Gates, born Kevin Jerome Gilliard in 1986, is a rapper, singer, songwriter, and entrepreneur from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Kevin Gates began his music career in 2007, initially rapping with fellow Louisiana natives like Webby and Lil Boosie. He gained initial attention with his 2008 single Get in the Way. Kevin Gates's first manager was his wife, Drecka Gates, with whom he co-founded the Breadwinners Association, BWA, label. Drecka managed Kevin's touring and merchandise, leading to significant success for the label, which eventually became a lifestyle brand. In 2022, Drecka stepped down as Kevin's manager to focus on her own wellness business ventures.
The different characters of Kevin Gates.
Assalamu alaikum,
Alaikum salam.
we just cool and that's it, girl. Kingdom of Morocco.
My spirit. You guys together a lot.
Life.
Okay, life was lifing.
Life was lifing, and life's for everyone.
I'm married too, so I can put two and two together.
Yes.
But okay, but you got fans.
Life was fucking lifing. I swear. Like, that's really all it boils down to.
Did you take a break, like, from the traveling?
Yes, I no longer tour like that. I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
That is not something that I do. But at the end of the day, it's like my best friend. We've been together since we were babies. Like, we've literally been together for 20 years.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a long time.
You know what I'm saying? To be with someone, and you have to think that we're both coming into this relationship. We're both bringing our own shit into this relationship. So to be honest with you, like the time when you guys weren't seeing us together, we're really just like working on ourselves. That's what I was doing. That's what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, again, like, that's my best.
She was working on herself. He was working on new supply, gaslighting other women, embarrassing her, being out with all these new women. Kevin accused her of cheating with her personal trainer. Do you believe him? How many times we seen him cheat?
I want to say this. You heard Drecka Gates say that she took time to work on herself. So this probably means that every time they separated, she will work on herself to be a better version of her. And he would take advantage of this time to satisfy himself by being with other women. Now, he tried to make her look bad. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, about her having an affair, allegedly having an affair with her trainer, which I don't know if he had any evidence behind it, but a lot of men took that in and said, oh yeah, she's a cheater. But how many times have Kevin Gates cheated on this woman? Okay, to her one time of cheating, how many times have he been disrespecting her in her face on the internet, talking, flirting, and even talking about him being with other women, and saying that that a woman know who he is and they know how he is, and they pretty much trying to say that they should accept him the way he is. Cheating is unacceptable when you are married. You made a commitment under God that you was going to love this person to death do you part, sickness and in health. Just because somebody made you mad, does that mean you leave a marriage? Just because she didn't cook something the way you liked it to be cooked, does it give you the excuse to go outside your marriage? Just because she might not do something that you like, does that mean, oh, you just throw in a towel and go look for somebody better? Because I believe it's hard to find another Drika. I believe that it's easy to get with somebody else and find somebody else that's attractive, but it's hard to find someone that really understands you and really give you that unconditional love that I'm sure she gave so many years until she was just fed up and there was nothing left to give. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you have nothing left to give, where they have sucked all and everything out of you.
I would never with a married man. This man told me he's legally separated, so that's that. I simply came onto this platform to express how I feel because I have every right to feel the way that I do. And to any other women that are going through the same thing, it's okay to stand up for yourself. Dealing with men that manipulate, gaslight, lie, all of that. I'm sick of it all. I'm sick of this man leading me on this whole time. You know, I in the beginning, I obviously believed everything, but as time progressed, I started to peep all of his bullshit. And again, like I said, I knew what I was getting myself into dealing with a rapper. I know there's going to be other girls around, but it's just the way he went about this situation that was real disrespectful. And now I'm getting threats from his team, from Miss Alvina, the same woman that was just applauding us last week because she was so happy to see us together and wanting to get a house together, and even asked if you could live in the guest house. Now you're mad at me for expressing how I feel. Now you hate me all of a sudden. People obviously didn't know what me and him had going on. I'm very private. I just believed everything that came out of that man's mouth, and that's my fault. I take accountability for that. Lesson learned, and that's all I really have to say.
This is not like to be offensive or anything to any, but even in life, like if you go back and watch like the movies from even like Game of Thrones, right? If everybody was a king and queen, like how is everything else getting done? You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody has their place in life.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
It's levels and layers to the universe, basically.
Exactly. Like I feel like everybody has their place in life. Like, you know? And like to answer what you said earlier, I had to learn to let people be, because I used to be one of those persons that wanted to like help everybody and to fix everybody.
That's me. That was me.
Yeah.
Like up until like not too long ago.
Yeah.
But,
It's like you really have to let people be, because at the end of the day, if a person really, really wants something, they're gonna put in the work. You know what I'm saying? And you cannot do the work for other people.
Right. Exactly.
Kevin Gates is a master manipulator. That's why he changes to so many different characters. You know, he's always got something else going on with him. He changes up all the time. And there's nothing wrong with changing your style. You know, reinvent yourself or your music. You know, people get bored with you if you always got the same style. I understand that. But he's changing all the time to two different people, is because he has to morph into different characters to get more supply. It's all about supply. It's all about someone else that he can get and make them feel like he's innocent, and make them feel like his ex was to blame for the relationship to fail. get pity, get them to feel sorry for him, and then once they get caught up with him and date him for a while, they'll see that it was not that woman's fault. She might have played a little part in it, but it was majority of him.
Show about your dating prowess. You was with one man, two men, three men, four men over the course of a 24-hour, 48-hour span. Did you think about the ramifications of how people, men, women, everybody would look at you? Because, or does that not bother you? Or you learn to tune that out?
So you're referring to one incident, or I can actually recall it, pinpoint it perfect for you. There was a video that I did in my car where I was talking about how I had sex with, was it 3 men in a day?
Yes.
And then I ended up getting a yeast infection.
Yes.
I came out pretty unscathed for just a yeast infection.
Right.
Considering what I could have gotten.
Right.
It wasn't that, oh man, I hope people don't.
Kid out of it. I mean, they talk
I was on birth control for 10 years before I had my son. I got off of it because there was a conversation with my child's father.
Okay.
So I again, the whole trapping thing, can't trap the willing, babe. And on top of that, I never wanted to have I looked at kids as crotch goblins.
You never wanted a baby daddy. You wanted to be a mom. You didn't want to be a baby mama. You wanted to be a wife.
And that's why I waited so long. I had my baby when I was 29. I thought I was doing it right. I thought that was my guy. And I never really liked kids. I always thought I referred to them as crotch goblins, to be honest. But as I got older, I wanted one.
But did you think?
Did I think about the ramifications of telling people that I had sex with multiple men? Yes. I don't care. It's the truth. If you don't see me as a potential dating person, then great, one less heart to break. Leave me alone, and I'm going to continue to live my truth.
But you do understand, Brittany, that's hard for a man. Look, like you said, public versus private. Now, if you and I having a conversation, and you're sitting here, we have a conversation, and you say, well, Shannon, I slept with this many men. Okay, that's one thing. That's between you and I. But to have that conversation and then everybody, Sam, John, and everybody else knows it, that's a whole different ball game, Brittany.
That's fine with me. I mean, I feel that.
But see, that's selfish because all you're thinking about is you. What about him? He has got to be with you.
He has got to be with me?
You know what I'm saying?
He has the privilege to be with me.
Brittany Renner, and I'm here with the one and only Kevin Gates. How you feeling?
Amazing. Hey, thank you. Hey, this I don't care if you get this on camera. I just want to say thank you for being an amazing person, always living in your truth. You inspire others silently. They probably don't want to admit it, but you inspire me. Thank you so much.
And thank you. Let me tell you something. So my first Rolling Loud I did in 2019 is when I first saw you. Yeah. And you were actually, Will and I worked together, and you were the only person that I wanted to see the entire festival. And today in 2022, it still rings true. You were the only person I wanted to see.
Did you like what you saw?
I actually loved it. I actually love what I'm seeing now. Yeah.
Excuse us. Yeah, we just very. Here, make this left right here, baby. Very wholesome. Oh my God, grocery shopping. I love this for us. We just doing wholesome. Baby, this is very wholesome, regular activity.
You bitches got a problem with it. Carry on. I take a shit, you gotta.
Are we less miserable now that we're all back and filming, or are we miserable all over again?
Miserable. Oh. Keep it real. She filming?
This was a different experience, for sure.
And so, but in this episode, I mean, you're going to see this, there's a lot going on, and you're reunited with Evelyn, and you guys had a lot of history in the last show, the last episode, the last season, and even in the reunion, it was explosive. You were back on camera with her, and it turned out very interesting. I don't want to ruin everything, but did it end up throughout the whole season like we saw in this first episode?
No, man.
No.
So we see that you can be with someone for many years, even up to 20 years, even up to 30 years. And when y'all separate or break it off, they can meet somebody and marry them within a year, or get engaged within a year or two of being with the new person. It hurts to see whether you're a man or a woman in a relationship, it hurts to see someone put so much time and effort into a relationship for many years just to end up alone. I don't know if she's really alone, but I'm just saying, just to end up for it not to work out, and to see him on the internet with his new woman and smiling and laughing and seems like he's so happy, no matter how much she did in a relationship. You know, it can make you feel like, did I not do enough? Did I, I tried my best. Was my best not good enough? It's hurtful to see. It's hurtful to see a couple on the internet and to see them not work out for their family. It's children involved. It's businesses involved and things. But from what I'm hearing is that she's living her own life. I know she has a farm. I know she has businesses to run. And at the end of the day, she still has his last name. She's still winning because she put herself first, and she's loving on herself, and she's taking that love and she's giving it to her children and her businesses, and she's living her best life. So, we can't change anybody. We can't make nobody do anything. If they no longer want to put in the work to be in a relationship with you, we have to let it go. When it's over, it's over. And when they try to spin the block to come back after they several love affairs, close the door for good. And just keep moving forward. Because you take them back, they're going to do the same thing over and over again. Well, until the next time, see you on the next video.